the Persians pretty much dominated that whole area as far as when one group was on top, it was them. So, I mean,
Naj, did you happen
they have a long history.
Did you happen to catch on either the American History Channel or one of the World History Channels a few weeks ago? They had a series on the barbarians and about Rome, and it told about the Vandals and Attila the Hun and all of the nations back then that eventually helped to overthrow Rome. You know, it was really fascinating because I know you like history.
Yeah. Well, that's a real complicated one because Rome first drove those guys off of the land that they were on, pushed them further into the frontier, and abused the hell out of them. But eventually, Rome started to assimilate them and bring them into their army because they found out they could fight like hell. But Rome, man, there's one case of Romans, like they're outside the gates of Rome, and they forced those people to trade their kids for dog meat in order to survive, and sell their kids into slavery. Like they abused the hell out of them, and eventually, they rose up and beat the hell out of Rome. Ending one half of the empire. But yeah, that history is deep. The Vandals, the Visigoths, all of them, they conquered all the way up to northern Africa for a time. So yeah, definitely deep history there.
Where do you get most of your education from? Just life, reading?
Yeah, life, reading, talking to elders, getting put on to certain books from them, and that kind of thing. School, all of it.
Great.
Same as everybody.
No, most people are ignorant. I'm sorry.
Well, no, but there's nothing wrong with reading on your own. What was it? I remember when my dad turned 80. I was talking about him and everything, and I said that they say that the best education is to sit at the feet of an elderly person, and it's so true. You sit if you recall times when you were sitting with your grandparents when you were a little boy maybe, and they would tell you stories, those were the best, and that was the best way to learn.
Oh yeah. You learn a lot from them, then you have to unlearn some things from them that they got wrong. But either way, them telling you something kind of leads you to discovering even the truth in the matter. So, it's a beautiful thing. And the elders, look, what's that great line from Richard Pryor? People don't get old being a fool. So, you always can pick up things.
That's very true.
Yep.
Always. So, yeah. But education, man, it's all based on your own interests and what you have access to. So if you bring a guy on here who studied cars and planes and stuff, he's going to know that thoroughly, but maybe he doesn't know anything about Rome, but he's not interested in Rome, so who cares? You know what I mean? So it's all about your own background and what interests you, and you're going to have, some authority in those areas. And I think that's where we get it wrong in America, where we think some people are stupid. Like, no, what area of expertise are they interested in? And then you start to find out how smart somebody is when you go to their own area. Because people know a lot about something. Everybody does.
Yep.
And then there are those people with photographic minds and memories that could read something once and understand it. And let's say they didn't go to college. So what? They're geniuses.
Well, there's a difference. They have that, and what do they call the other ones? They're just with the photographic memory, which is different.
Well, no, you could have. Yeah, but the thing is, most people who have a photographic memory don't just regurgitate what they know. They can explain it to you. Okay?
Okay. Did you ever see those that have the ones that remember everything, every date? Everything?
Those dates?
Huh?
Yeah, they have some, yeah.
They have dates.
Remember Mary Lou Henner from Taxi? She's one of those people.
Yeah, she's not the brightest person in the world, but...
I didn't say that. That's a gift, but all they can do is remember, you give them a day and a date, and they'll tell you what day of the week it was. They may even recall what the headline was.
Well, they do. They recall everything, these people.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
people who could pick up a textbook and read it and then turn around and explain it to you.
Yeah. Different ways of thinking there. That's like remembering and critical thinking are two totally different skills. So it's like memorizing things is one, but those people who can break it down and look, there's a kind of social genius as well. Like there's times where you can go into a bar and somebody's just one of those storytellers, man. Where they, you know what I mean? Where you get them a couple drinks in them and they get going. And if you told the story, it wouldn't have nowhere near the interest or be able to gather the crowd like they could. Like,
Yeah, of
you know what
course.
I mean? Like there's genius in every realm, man.
That's very true. That's why when I go into a bar, people flock around me.
Yeah, because he always drops his money on the floor.
That's because I'm buying all their drinks. That's why.
That's one way.
Yeah, man.
Hey, listen,
Y'all
Naj.
ever hear the story? Y'all ever hear the story of Dali?
Go ahead.
There was a famous bar that him and a lot of famous artists used to go to, Salvatore Dali. And what he would do is he would tell everybody, you know, everything's on me. They'd have cognac and cigars, food, everything. And what he would do is when the person brought the check, he would turn it over and he would draw a little, picture on it. And then the owner said, oh, this is original Dali. I'm going to put it on the wall. Never cashed it. That man ate and drank for free more than anybody in history, man. Genius.
Yeah. And that original Dali more than paid for that.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well,
but he didn't have the money to begin with in the checking account. He just kept writing checks and drawing on them.
Well, you see, from smart people and geniuses, we go to Donald Trump, who said, well, you know, if I want to know anything about nuclear weapons, I'll just read up on it for about an hour. You know?
No.
I don't know what to say, man. It's like, dude, are you throwing this or are you just not listening to anybody? Like, I've never seen anybody be this bad on the world stage. It's like he's fumbling every question. He's fighting with gold star military families like no other politician would take on that fight because it's stupid. I don't get it, man. This is weird.
Well, he put on a speech today. We saw bits of it before the show started. He was straight on. He was right on the money about everything. Didn't go stray off at all, not once. And one big thing I noticed, he didn't say "I." He said, "We together will build up the country."
Oh, it's about time. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Yeah,
it's a weird time. But it's like every question he figures out the most difficult way to answer that's going to cause the follow-up. That's going to cause even more controversy. Like, dude, this is an easy way. This is an easy question to get out of. And I think if you think about something, though, early on, his advantage was he didn't use the talking points and the public relations people that every other politician does. That way they can't be trapped by reporters. So you take that same process, and now you're the only guy, and you're getting all the questions, and you're not spinning things, and you're not going back to message. You're answering things, you know, in a way that can be followed up on. You kind of paint yourself into a corner. And look, this is not Walter Cronkite questioning you. Like, this is not tough media. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Well, you know, Hillary.
Am I coming through clear, guys? I don't know.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
outside, so if I'm not
yes,
clear,
yes, you are.
No,
yeah, I occasionally I would hear either a train or some traffic go by.
Yeah.
We got another caller.
No, you're fine. You're coming across very good.
We got another caller. Let's see who's calling in. Area code 302. What is that?
We'll find out when you say hello.
Hello,
right now.
Area code 302. How you doing?
Yes. Doing well. How are you?
Okay, who are we speaking to?
My name is Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hi, Isaac.
From Delaware.
Delaware.
Okay.
Oh,
that's a first.
Here.
Okay, we have Naj on the phone, and I'm Mark, and my cohort here is Felix.
Oh, nice to meet you all.
Yes.
All right.
How you doing?
Good. We're doing great.
What do you want to add to the conversation?
Yeah, I'm just joining in on the convo here. What's the topic?
Well, right now we're right.
Well, the topic is actually the World Health Organization has discovered a new disease. It's called foot and mouth disease. Okay, and obviously I'm talking about Donald Trump. But you can talk about anything you like.
Okay.
As long as Naj would say, as long as it's not religion.
Well, are you all for Trump or against Trump?
Well, I'm against Trump.
I'm for Johnson. I think. I'm not sure anymore. I know I don't like Hillary at all.
Right, but if you go vote for Gary Johnson, you're voting for Hillary Clinton, I promise.
What's that?
A vote for Gary Johnson is a vote for Hillary Clinton.
Oh, I know right now it is. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. I think a lot of the people, the Bernie people, may go with Johnson.
No, but you know why he's saying this? He's saying this because at least he can honestly say, once Hillary gets elected, well, I didn't vote for her. Planning all along that his vote going to Johnson would help elect Hillary.
I may still vote for Trump. I don't know yet. Did you listen to his speech tonight?
A lot of people keep saying that Donald Trump, they don't know about him, but we do know about Hillary. And even the simple things that everyone likes about Hillary Clinton, are those very few things that everyone thinks that they say she's for gay marriage, but then you see the videos of her back in the early 2000s, but they're saying that she's totally against it. Total fraud.
I mean, she still can't answer the questions about the emails.
But you know what the favorite word is in politics? Evolve. Politicians are evolving, okay? 8 years ago when she was running for president against President Obama, okay, she was against gay marriage, okay? Then as things started to change and
it became, as it became popular to be pro-gay, she became pro-gay.
And that's what they say. I mean, even Obama said. He started out, he was against gay marriage, and then he said, well, I've evolved since then.
Yeah, okay. Because you'd lose an election if you didn't have it. Come on, that's the only reason.
But you know what? Yeah, and the difference is between Hillary Clinton and Trump is that he says he's evolving. She says she's always been for gay marriage. She denies that she's been against it, partly because she's liberal, and everyone assumes that if she was a flip-flopper, she'll lose a ton of votes from being a flip-flopper. At least Donald Trump has a fresh slate, and obviously he can be like that. But the fact that she was an elected official and decided to change her views between her political career makes her less of a trustworthy person. I guarantee everyone understands, but not everyone knows that.
Yeah, well, every single politician that you've ever heard of is a flip-flopper. They act on what will get them elected and what will keep their poll ratings up. They are not out here acting off morals or integrity. Like, that's something that we really get confused as Americans. If it was not in Trump's interest to not be so against PC and all this other stuff, then he wouldn't be. But since a huge part of his following is based on some of the things that he says, and he's going to continue to say them. Same thing for Hillary. Same thing as Obama changing on gay marriage. Like, this is what they do. I don't know why we don't get this yet. That's the game.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, you have to just crawl through the shit, excuse my expression, stick your head out and see what smells worse, and that's who you vote for.
You know, I enjoy listening. I enjoy listening to the politicians, and I like Obama. I'm an Obama fan. But, how they explain away the $400 million and say that it's not a ransom, okay, when everybody knows that it is. And they're trying to walk a fine line like can I have the next question, please? You know,